meant for companies that are like in necessary need of money to regain. And I think that they should only bail out to companies that seriously have things that matter, like cars and transportation and utilities that people need, like plumbing and things that people need, instead of like these like hair care modeling companies or anything like that people don't need.
So are you saying that we need to only give bailouts to necessary companies like AIG and
to anything that can help? Insurance companies that need bailout but cannot literally afford it. Like literally they have to do more investigations into the people that own the company and other people in the company.
Yeah, but the problem is, if we keep giving bailouts to bigger companies like AIG, you know they have the money. You know
they probably do.
You know, but the problem is they can't verify that. The government can't verify that because they don't keep tax records, because none of them pay taxes, and they don't have income records at AIG. So you can't prove whether or not their profit has been high or not. And the money that they get from the bailout is going straight to their vacation, and you know it is. So what are we going to do about this? We need to go through income records, we need to start keeping more records, and we just need to keep track of what these businesses are doing, and whether they're necessary or not.
Like, as in, like, necessary isn't defining something that helps you and helps everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, as in, like, things that help the environment, things that help companies, like, let's say there's a company that helps other companies out of debt, like a loan company.
Sure.
Like that. If you
like
get a company,
that's a good one.
you get a company like that and you bail them out, they will in turn probably most likely help other people. But you have to put more further investigation into the records of these companies to firmly back up the evidence that they should have a bailout.
It's the income that all factors into it.
Less bailouts, but more bailouts to companies that necessarily need it and are unnecessary, or they need it because they're like a large part of our economy. Like if they're like AIG or some company that's big and you know they have the money for it, they're just not like gonna do that. But a further investigation and see if they really need it, because there's different companies. There's not just AIG. There's other companies like AIG that need actual help.
Yeah. I think that one of the biggest problems we have right now, economy-wise, is the stimulus package. You've all heard it, and it's not good. It's full of flaws. It's not even been read by half our congressmen, and it's probably the biggest bill in history. I don't know if that's something you should look up or not.
I see the problem is, like, with all the bailouts and the recession going on right now, it's affecting schools. And the school that I go to there's so many budget cuts. They're getting rid of so many teachers. There's so many programs that could be cut, and everything's going to be going if we don't stop what we're doing right now. We have to stop giving as many bailouts as we are now and try to help.
And save
try
that
to
money.
look into what the people need and the problems that are at hand and what is necessary, what do we seriously need. Each company should come up with like a list. What?
No, he's talking about the list we made yesterday.
Just to like keep up with the topics and make a list of companies that we need necessarily in this country right now. And eventually, I predict that one day we will get out of the recession if we stop with all the unnecessary bailouts.
Well, it's not just bailouts; it's unnecessary spending.
Unnecessary spending in the country. It's
yeah.
Not, like, I've seen things that go to politicians, that money that goes to politicians, and that's not good. We need to cut down, like, on certain things that we need. Like, think about the necessary things that people need to live. A home, shelter, everything like that. Not that everyone has to be poor and everything like that.
So let's make a list. Congress needs to not vote for its own they need to not vote for their own pay raises. You know that happens?
Yeah, they vote for their own pay raises.
Yeah, so Congress needs to not do that.
They should let the people, like, let the actual people, like, you know how, like, Congress has state and stuff like that. For each state that they come from the Congress member comes from, should be able to vote for the Congress members and see if they should get a raise or not, depending on how they express the opinions of their state. So if the state votes for something for the Congress to do, and the congressmen do it, they should get a pay raise.
Right.
But if they don't do it, or if they're bad with their actions, or something like that, or they go against what the state majority voted as their opinion towards some certain sort of topic, I don't know, women's rights or something like that, or gay rights, or something, vote correctly for them, they should get a pay raise or something like that. They should be reinforced. Problem is we don't have that now. We don't have states voting voting for pay raises for all the congressmen and the Senate and everything like that. You should have that so people can vote if their people that they voted in for their congressmen or whatever their Senate people that they voted in should be able to they should be able to decide if they get a pay raise or not.
There's going to be 2 links here to show how much in debt we are.
One of them is to the National Debt Clock, and the other one is to our website, and we should have a link to the National Debt Clock from our website very soon. The other thing is, it's not only the congressmen, we need to reset their income per year. We need to drop it down to what they originally made back when Congress was, let's say like a 1990s. Let's look at that income for Congress and start over there. And like he said, do raises upon how well they function. The other thing we need to do is cut back on, we need to take out any Congress official who did not read the biggest bill in history. That needs to be just, that's horrible. That is disgraceful, and that means you're staying as a congressman just for the money. And that's not only disrespectful, that's un-American. And it needs to stop, and it needs to cut out. And we need to take him out of office.
We're not considering completely disbanding and completely reorganizing Congress.
Scrapping Congress would be extremely
We're not
horrible.
scrapping anything. We're not trying to completely get rid of all of this, all of this government and Congress and everything like that, House of Representatives. We're not trying to get rid of that. We're trying to refocus it and make it better for the people, for us, so that we can get out of this recession and become a better nation.
And back on 2 things. The recession is actually, according to the stock market, which makes predictions about 6 months ahead, we should be out of the recession in about 6 months, which is so helpful. That's amazing. That's actually a very good recession recovery, if you ask me.
Problem is with that, is that it can't be that accurate. What?
I needed to say more stuff.
Fine, say more stuff then, okay?
The other problem is back to the school systems real quick. It's not the principals, and it might not even be the superintendents, but it's the district as a whole. Like TUSD. TUSD is Tucson Unified School District in Arizona, and they have a building called 1010 where they run all the operations of TUSD, where they hire people, where they fire people, where the big decisions are made. Those people just kind of sit down, suck in a salary, and realize that no matter what they do, whether it's good or bad, they get paid. That's why they work there. They don't actually make any changes. Thank goodness our school district, CFSD, actually has very good funding and it runs very well. However, like he mentioned earlier, we have more cuts than you could imagine. And that's not only due to government spending, but there's just not enough money in the flow. I'm not saying print money, I'm saying there needs to be more ways to earn money because somebody's got to be holding on to all of this.
I'd like finishing saying let's have less bailouts, less budget cuts, and try to help the people instead of making it worse for them. And this is Tripod Heroes.
I'm going to say something.
Right,
You want to
yes,
say
Dave?
something?
Go
Go
ahead.
right
There are
ahead.
so many budget cuts at our school that some teachers are leaving, and next year there's going to be 40 kids to a class for one teacher.
And the problem with this is mostly first, second, and third because they're not trusted as good teachers. First teachers are not usually trusted as respect-worthy or good teachers. They're being scrapped. First, second, and third are gone. And that's 65? Yeah, 65 teachers out of our entire school are gone. That's one school. No, not 65. 25. 25 teachers out of our entire school. It's actually 600 out of our district. 600 teachers, and that's why class sizes go up. You have more teachers, you have smaller class sizes. Right now I'm in classes with 21 kids. Next year I look forward to double that.
Like to finish saying that we are the Tripod Heroes, Matt, Josh, and Jamie. We all go to Calendly Foothills High School, and check our YouTube channel. We have links posted to our website, and that's it, right guys?
Yes, sir. Wake up and cry.